Hey Spooky crew, it's Gabby, and I'm here to celebrate 2025 and take a look back at this channel's first official year on YouTube. Yay! So, a little quick recap for those of you who are new to our little Spooky crew. My name is Gabriella. I am a lead singer of the rock band Shadows Reflection. I also own a card shop called Fat Cats. We've been open for about 7 years now, and we specialize in ripping packs and having fun with family and friends. So let's take a look back at our 2025, shall we? Being an Eevee lover, this year started off with a huge bang. Prismatic evolutions, or how now some people are calling it traumatic evolutions. The art's amazing. The pull rates, little left to be desired. Also, this was actually the first set that was released with Pokemon that we actually have a line outside our door. I don't know if we have any actual footage from that, but if I do, I'll put it up here. Maybe future Gabby, I'll put it up here. This set is and still continues to be one of the most talked about sets in Pokemon to this day. I still hear people asking for it, and I can see why. Sometime around Pokemon Day, I took a few hours to dismantle this amazing wall. I mean, this is 2025's wall, but it was the previous year. I know I've got footage of that. I'll put in here. Hey, this is post-edit Gabby chiming in. If you guys don't know about this amazing wall that I have behind me in a lot of my videos, it's actually the wall in my little card shop, Fat Cats. We have people come in and they can color and they can draw pictures for the wall and they can sign their name and really feel like they're putting their mark on our place and making it a little bit of their own. Just in case anyone was wondering what this whole wall was about and why it feels like it's growing in all of my videos. All right, back to the video. Pokemon Day of this year, I'll take you guys around the wall and show you all of the amazing art. Last year when I was taking down our wall, it was right before our big Pokemon trade event for Pokemon Day. We actually had someone pull a God pack while I was in the middle of taking down the wall, so I had to stop mid-wall takedown to be able to have fun and see, I think, my first actual God pack in real life open, and it was amazing. March ended up being a pretty busy month. I actually started ripping packs at concerts. It was 3 days Grace and Disturbed, and that was a very cool intro to my spooky rock rip little series that I have going on. It was really cool to know that I could blend the two things that I love the most, Pokemon and music, together and see some amazing shows. Talk about that a little later in the video, all of the other shows that I've seen, but definitely starting off with those two in March were amazing. Also in March, we had the release of Journey Together, and that Wailord, still one of my favorite arts to this day. I love the little Twinkie look of him. He's so funny looking. And my birthday. I turned 30 this year. And my fiance Dillon actually threw me a little surprise party, and that was really cool to see all of my family and friends, and some people from the shop were there too. April blended into May, and that's when we started to try out some of the vending shows and see how many people we could connect with and see if it was something that we wanted to do. We actually met someone all the way back in May that we ended up being able to partner with all the way in November of 2025 for the Detroit Retro Gaming Show, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. May, you also had the Destined Rival release with that amazing Crobat that I was actually gifted on release day. Super sorry that I don't have any footage of that, but that was an amazing gifting on release day to be gifted the card that I wanted the most. That Crobat is amazing. Definitely straight in my binder. And Gem Volume 2. If you couldn't get enough of Eevee then, you're definitely not going to get enough of Eevee now. Gem Volume 2 was full of Eevees. With those 4 Eevees, we actually had at least one of them pulled in the shop. It was actually that Leafeon that was pulled at the shop that I actually put in my recap video. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out, because there's all of the really, really cool hits that we had at the shop are going to be in that video. The big Final Fantasy release happened in June, which was amazing. Obviously, that gold chocobo, everyone's looking for it, and it was I haven't seen it in person for sure. But super, super cool card. That was another totally crazy release. That actually led right into July, where we actually got a chance to go to North Carolina and meet up with someone that Dillon has been looking up to for a really, really long time. His name is Vaughn Gittin Jr. He is a drift racer, and I know I've got footage of this. He actually drove me and Dillon around and was drifting around. This was really, really crazy. And come to find out, he's also a big Pokemon fan, so we also ripped some packs with him. Such an amazing guy, such an awesome experience. We still talk to the team to this day, actually. So cool. If you guys are watching, shout out to the RTR team. They are literally amazing. Alongside a pretty crazy car ride, Black Bolt and White Flare also released right around that same time. And Black Bolt and White Flare had probably the most art rares I have seen in a set to this day. Reverse Hellas, Pokeballs, Master Balls, all of it. Me and Dillon are actually trying to complete just the art rare part of it, and that's also really hard to do too. But thank goodness we actually had one really cool card that came out of that set pulled at our shop, the Mono Black Zekrom. I also, around that time, I got really obsessed with blind boxes. I don't know if you guys want to know about my blind box obsession that I have going on right now, but here's a little picture of all of the ones I've collected last year. From Labubus to Baby 3 to all of my little Smitsky figures on the glow in the dark. I love them, cannot get enough of them. They are my guilty pleasure. We saw Linkin Park, Ice Nine Kills, and We Came as Romans back in August. I also opened a ton of Neopets War of the Obelisk. They had these really cool alternate art cards that I know I'm gonna put up there. If you don't know about them, I think that I actually just saw them in a Target recently, so now they're in mass market. Neopets, the online game, went into the trading card game, and it is a super fun game to play. The alternate arts are amazing. I love them. Then in September, we actually saw one of my favorite bands, Sleep Token. Yes, they are amazing. Yes, they put on a great show. Yes, I might have cried, but I don't normally get really cool hits at concerts, so I'm kind of glad about that. Most of the time I forget to bring top loaders and penny sleeves. Bad minder behavior, I know. I actually got a chance to open a pack with a fan of Sleep Token who was dressing like the lead singer, and it was an actual hit, which was amazing. Also, Mega Evolution came out in September with those 2 gold cards. Can't not mention that. Those are amazing. And we actually pulled one of them, the Lucario. And for October, arguably the best month because it has the best holiday, which is Halloween, Spooky TCG. In October, we had our trade event, we had costume contest, my band had a huge show. I was opening packs left and right. That was a whirlwind of a time. This is what me and Dillon dressed up as for Halloween, just in case anyone was wondering. Halloween's awesome. Leave a comment below with your favorite holidays, Halloween too. Fast forward to November. We actually partnered with the Detroit Retro Gaming Show. You know, the one I talked about all the way in May? Yes, that is when we had our Fat Cats Trade Zone. Some of you guys actually showed up to the Fat Cats Trade Zone and made some trades with me. I had a little sign on. I felt like I was an NPC character in a video game, which was really funny. It's like, I have a quest for you. Got to meet so many people, make so many trades, open up a ton of packs. That was probably one of the coolest vendor show trade experiences I've had so far. And we can't forget about the big bad Charizard set, Phantasmal Flame. Phantasmal Flame also came out around that time, and I personally know a few people who have pulled both of the Charizards. And Phantasmal Flame was one of the first sets I really started to realize that people were coming out of the woodwork to start master setting. Master setting was huge for Phantasmal Flame, which makes sense. It's a smaller set, easier to complete, plus Charizard. I mean, you can't hate Charizard. And especially both of those Charizards, they look literally amazing. And if all the Charizards weren't enough for November, we also got Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was a huge punch in the gut of nostalgia. I grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, definitely something that I love to watch other people open. there were some really cool pulls. A huge dose of nostalgia. Last but not least, we have December. December was mega dream. Enough said, right? We're all super excited for Ascending Heroes, and that's going to be such a crazy set, only because I've seen a ton of Mega Dream open. I've also seen the 2 hit cards pull. The 2 hit cards, in my opinion. We have a girl that comes in and she opens up so much stuff. She had the hot hands for Mega Dream. This girl, she opened, so cool. I definitely have footage of that. I'll put that up there. Literally amazing. Besides Mega Dream, you also had Christmas and Stranger Things. I mean, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But because it was really snowy outside, we ended up staying in and watching Stranger Things and bringing in the new year in Hawkins. Weird way to bring in the new year, but it's okay. And that was my 2025 year in review. So I went to 20 shows, a ton this year, and I opened packs at most of them. This year was a year of learning, of cultivating, of getting comfortable with myself on the camera, talking to nobody. That took me a bit to get a little bit more comfortable with, and opening packs at shows and seeing so many amazing bands and remembering that I'm working at them as well as having fun. Actually, at one of the shows that I went to last year that I didn't mention because I actually haven't edited the video yet, I'm still in the process of doing it. Sorry guys. I actually got to go backstage and have a pack rip with the band before they went on stage. That was amazing. Spoiler alert to set it off. I love being able to meet them and opening up a pack, and thank you for signing my card. You guys are literally amazing. We had 17 Pokemon sets if you count the Japanese 2, 6 sets if you only count the English, and we had 7 Magic the Gathering sets and 1 gigantic chase for a giant gold chocobo that I still have not seen in real life. We've had so many amazing memories, and I have met so many people this year, and I'm so glad that our community continues to grow in the shop, in the YouTube space. Next year is going to be another year of growth, another year on YouTube, another year of having fun and opening packs and being able to meet everyone and, I don't know, just have fun. We have a lot of big things planned for next year. Maybe in 2026, I'll be able to go to Pokemon Worlds. That is a personal goal for me. Don't know if it's gonna happen. A very loose goal, but it would be amazing. Comment below if you guys wanna see me go to Pokemon Worlds this year. I'm totally down with San Francisco. Again, if you guys have made it this far in the video, remember to leave a comment below. Thank you guys for being a huge part of my 2025 and expanding into 2026, where it's just gonna get bigger and more fun. Until next time, remember to stay spooky, everyone. Bye!